Over to the A division we go, and it is a battle of the top two. It is the Big Hawks up against the Lock Monsters. Welcome to the RBHL. Daniel Wilson here. Well, this is a division where the Big Hawks have had full control. They enter with a perfect 3-0, and after having a week off a couple weeks ago from the Milet Cup, they're looking to get back in action and look to keep that train rolling. Lock Monsters only have one win of the season, and they're looking to try to add on to that, as the main problem for them has been lacking offense. And they're hoping to try to add some more to that roster today. We'll definitely see how that works out for them. Let's go to the breakdown. All right, we'll start with the Big Hawks, and Justin Viverino has had quite a year so far. 3 goals, 1 assist, 4 points. Reed Southern, who I've been saying has been a two-way defenseman, has a goal, 2 assists to his credit. And of course, very strong goaltending in John Calvin, who had a huge part in that championship in the Milet Cup. Comes in .939 save percentage and a goal against average of only 1.28. That is elite level. So the Lock Monsters really need to get control of that. They're going to have a hard time. But if there's anything I have noticed about the Big Hawks is that their scoring seems to only appear in the third period. For the Lock Monsters, as I said, not a lot of scoring happening. There are only one player that has a multi-point season so far. That's Patrick Barbado. Has 2 goals, and that's all he's got so far. They are looking to add some more offense, and I'm looking down the roster. Tyler Jackson has a goal. Tony DiGiacomo has a goal. But they have been looking for some out of Sunit Ahmed, DJ Goodwin, Kevin Frost, and it just hasn't appeared yet. Ryan Schaffner still having a respectable stat with a .907 save percentage and a 1.59 goal against average. But it's not goaltending they need here, it's shooting. With that out of the way, the ball drop is next.
Did go to overtime. It went to overtime. I think I would have been too late to be overtime. Hey, what are we doing? 3D?
Officials for this game: Lyle Blue at center, Ryan Reich on the boards, and things are going to get interesting here as John Cowan is not the goalie today for the Big Hawks. It's Mark Kamoshi from the Evil Empire. He just came off a win for his team earlier today. So, well, he also had part of the Milet Cup team as the shot goes on and covered up. As that goaltending tandem was just rock solid throughout the whole tournament. And John Cowan was the one in the championship game against the Red River Rougarou. So we'll see if his lack of attendance is going to have an impact, but it still comes back to whether the Lock Monsters can get any kind of shooting going, as Sunit Ahmed will take over and set right up the boards. Can't find anyone, and it's coming right back to Kevin Frost. And would you know it, take a look at who has come back. Sam Bakanovitz, who's took a few seasons off, is back. It comes over to the right wing. And a shot, and a second chance as Schaffner had no idea that was coming, but he made the save anyway. And a shot, and they score! Third time's a charm to follow up on the Big Hawks with an early 1-0 lead as that offense just continues to dominate. So that puzzle continues as it goes along the boards. Around and back it goes. Shot and glove down by Kamoshi. David Lane was the one with the shot, who was another member of the Raleigh Squall that won the Milet Cup. Goes across into the corner. Jackson from the corner and was looking for a tip in, not available, was looking for Keith Meister. Noah Gerstlin in the corner, who's been more known as a defenseman, but is playing forward right now. There's a shot from Ebner that goes wide and into the corner. Another rush to the half end boards. Comes back. Corrigan. Back over to the center line and dumped right back in. Reardon. Look at a couple of looks. And down it goes. Taking a couple of looks. And back over to the left wing. Back to the Lockmonsters corner one more time. Lays it back and a shot gets blocked by Meister. In the corner one more time. And it's a pass shot by Whitney. It gets blocked. Stays in play. David Lane back into the corner. Trying to find his way around Gerstlin. Still held near the Lockmonsters bench. Send it around looking for some help. Does. Martin Witt gets it. Still looking for a way out of there. Does. Crosses over. Is looking for Corrigan, but he wasn't there. Back the other way for the Lockmonsters. And look, Chris DiPiero. Takes a quick look. Was looking behind him, but just couldn't find any help. Knocked right down by Sunil Ahmed. Gets some help from Kevin Frost. Frost backtracks, tries a shot, gets blocked. Back the other way again. And there will be, I wasn't sure if that was offside or if there's going to be a penalty because there was a trip that occurred. So let's see what the actual call is. It doesn't look like there is going to be any penalty. It looks like it was just an offside. Back the other way, trying to look for something, but gonna shove it. Sent it around, and Frost. Back across one more time. Gonna shove it. Who has been known for playing with the NC State ice hockey team, and that's where he spent a lot of his time as it comes back and down the floor. And Josh Brigance trying to chase it down, but they whistle it. It's going to come all the way back for icing. And we didn't even mention that the goal was scored by Sam Pulowski. It's placed back. Dalshaben sends it around. Finds his man Tim Corrigan and tried to go for Pulowski. That goes for the other number 10. Pulowski again. Crosses over. Brian Hooks. Centers. Went off a body. Back the other way. A shot and a save by Kamoshi.
Pitiful pass that was. God, I'm pissed poor. Sorry, Tim, that was a piss poor pass.
And one back to the point. Shot and glove down by Kamoshi.
Give him both. You hit the software. You get the ball here and I'll come to the knife in. Yep. Find that software.
Reardon wins that one. Plays back to Martin Witt in his own corner. Plays up, was looking for David Lane. Gerstlin gets on top of that loose ball, but the Big Hawks trying to enter. Gave it away to Meister. Out the boards. Trying to look for help, unable to find any. Tim Corrigan tried to center, went off of Gerstlin, but Reardon recovers. Back to Corrigan. Corrigan with a shot and glove down by Schaffner. Actually, I need to confirm that Schaffner because he usually wears his Lock Monsters jersey, and that's an all-black jersey. So I'm not even sure if that is Schaffner. We'll double check that. Goes back to Martin Witt. Pops up and a shot just goes wide. Kevin Frost plays around. And Ebner trying to clear, unable. Back. Here's Sunit Ahmed. Shot and a save by Mark Kamoshi. So I have confirmed that is not Schaffner in the net. Instead, it's Tony DiGiacomo, which isn't all that big a deal for the Lock Monsters because he has goaltender experience. Yeah, I kind of figured it wasn't Schaffner because he usually wears his blue jersey. Here's a shot that goes wide. And oh my goodness, an own goal as Mark Kamoshi inadvertently puts it in his own net. So the credit will go to Ebner since he was the one that shot it. And the Kamoshi upset with himself, but we have a bounce like that. Sometimes it's just bad luck. It comes back to Shaven as he almost took someone out with him. That was Tyler Jackson he nearly took out. Yes, attempting to push in, blocked. Plays down low in the corner. Now back to Brian Hooks. Hooks winds up with a shot and save by DiGiacomo.
Yeah, walk it.
And another shot deflected. It goes a little wide. Back to Brian Hooks. Shot gets blocked by Ebner. Back to the right corner. David Lane will pick it up again. Kevin Frost covering that corner. Now goes back to the opposite corner. David Lane behind the net. Reverses. Tries to wrap it around. Blocked. He'll try again. This time takes it toward the corner. Now passes. Witt with a shot goes wide. Looking for a tip in from Pulowski. And could not bury it. Had a chance, but I think he may have gotten interrupted on the bat end. Now Pulowski again. Plays back to Brian Hooks. Crosses. Witt misfires and went off of Kevin Frost. Goes back to Pulowski. Couldn't handle it. Now a poke. Here they come. Tyler Jackson reverses. Now tries to throw one and wide to Kamoshi. DiPiero with a shot. Glove down and Kamoshi covers. And tie-up will go to the Big Hawks. Shaben sends it around. Tim Corrigan at the center line. Held to the boards by Gerstlin. Gets it out to Reardon. Back and forth they go in the right circle. Shot goes wide. And DiGiacomo looking to cover, unable to find it, but he gets some help from Gerstlin and clears. Martin Witt races it down. Will restart the attack. Back to Corrigan. A good tip for Reardon. Goes across, but blocked by Gerstlin. Tries again and gets blocked again. And a shot from Pulowski goes wide. Back to Nate Walker. Gets blocked. Back to Gerstlin. Off the boards. Gets some help from DiPiero. Pushes it to the corner. Off the right wing. Turns it over to DiPiero. Pays a shot and a save. Rebound. Couldn't get it. 2-on-2 for the Big Hawks. Sam Pulowski. On the right wing. Great deke. Has an opening, but poked away by DiGiacomo. When you get that close to the goalie, that's just an invitation for a poke check. As they battle in the slot, Pulowski recovers it, tries a shot wide of the net. Witt looking to recover, tries to wrap it around, but knocked away by DiGiacomo. And Witt centers and blocked. Lockmonsters, BJ Goodwin. Remember that name. This is the guy that scored the game winner that brought home the championship from the Milet Cup. As it comes all the way down and icing with 1:01 left. If you weren't there to see the Milet Cup final, the original shot from Ryan Reich deflected off of the goalie and off of BJ Goodwin and in the net, and that what made the Raleigh Squall Milet Cup champions. Won by the Lockmonster, shot and glove down by Kamoshi. The clock stops at 57 seconds. Which, despite the way the goal went in, the Lockmonsters offense seems to be playing better than what the statistics suggest. As it goes back into the corner, Brian Hooks trying to go for David Lane, pinned up by Brigante. Plays back, goes across. And breakaway for Reardon with a backhand shot, and he scores! And the Big Hawks get the lead right back.
We'll play with that. Hey, go just hold it.
Comes back across. Up in the air, hits the ceilings. Going to be back to Vanashevitz. Goes across Witt with a shot and a save by DiGiacomo with 26 seconds left.
Remember, we've scored all the goals.
Yep. Go, boys.
Back it goes toward the point, goes right across. Give it away, tried to go for Vanashevitz to the right corner. Off the side of the net, attempt to clear, and this will go for icing. This will at least give the Lockmonsters enough time to set another play with 10 seconds left.
4 years ago, you're getting to that. 4 years ago, yeah. 4 years ago, yeah. That's your goal.
And one-timer just goes wide. Kevin Frost was all set up for that play, but they still got a little bit of time, but they won't have the opportunity as the clock winds down. So offense on both sides. One of them had to come from a lucky bounce, unlucky for the other side, but the Big Hawks do have the lead 2-1. ready for the second period, and it actually has been a pretty even game for both sides. We were worried about whether the Lock Monsters offense was going to get going based on how their season has. They've only entered with 4 goals, but they've actually performed well in the first period. They need to keep that going. But once the third period comes, watch out, because that's where a lot of the Big Hawks scoring comes from. Tim Corrigan in the corner, pressure by Kevin Frost. Frost still hanging on, pressured, but sends it back to Corrigan. Shot and off the side of the net. Gloved down as Ebner trying to recover it. Here's Brian Hooks with a shot and blocked by Ebner. That one is going to sting. Comes down over to Frost again behind the net. Backhand turnover, Corrigan shot, save by DiGiacomo. Another shot and another save. And that's one pass that Kevin Frost is not going to make again.
Get out of the way. Those that you took one extra 2 steps, they're allowed to go. Yeah. You got to look at the face beside the table.
Back to the boards over to Shaman. Went off of it, the toe of his stick. Here's Ahmed.
Yeah, exactly.
Ahmed protecting the ball, now plays it to the right. Martin Witt picks it up and will send it up the right wing off the body. No ice. Doesn't matter as Gershwin gets to it. Look out, Tim Corrigan had ice for the ball, but overran it. That gave it away to Pulaski, and now Corrigan gets his chance. Shot wide of the net. Back to David Lane on the right corner. Centers up, looking for a tip, not available. Back over to Gerslin. Partial 3-on-2 for the Lock Monsters. Gets around Shaman over to the right corner. Noah Gerslin reverses back. Looking for an option. Still trying to shake off Shaman, but it goes back to the corner. Back off the backboards. Poked at by Mark Kamoshi.
Forward, David.
DiPiero. Covered by Martin Witt. Goes off the back again. As everyone's just crowding the goal line. Nothing available. Now back it goes to BJ Goodwin. Was intending on a shot, but gets it to some help anyway. Nate Walker with a shot goes wide. Another shot goes wide.
Guy in front.
Shaman now with the ball, but now getting pestered by Walker. He'll get it.
Yeah, working up, boys.
Plays it back behind the net and into the left corner. Now back to Frost with a shot and save by Kamoshi. Sneed Ahmed with a shot, blocked by his own partner. Now goes back and out. And this is going to be icing. It's now the Lock Monsters offense just putting on a lot of pressure. Won by the Big Hawks. It goes around the boards by Shaven, trying to look for some help. Can't find any as a shot goes wide of the net. That offensive pressure continues. That is definitely the best offensive pressure that the Lock Monsters have had probably all season long. As it comes back to the center line. Martin Witt, turnaround shot goes wide. Back to Suneen Ahmed. Hanging on now, tries backhanded up and finds Banishevitz. Excuse me, that's not Banishevitz. Now there he is, but it's going to be back the other way. There's 2 number 2s for the Lock Monsters. And now here's Banishevitz trying to cross over and turned over to Brian Hooks. And put right back on, but DiGiacomo easily steers that one away. Banishevitz will just send it up. Was intending to go for his other number 2, but there is no ice. Back the other way, Martin Witt. And maybe a chance. Tried to set her up, was looking for Reardon, but there was just a little too much traffic. Back the other way, looking for some help, Barbado. Down low. The shot goes wide. A very wide angle for the take that shot, and another one, and glove down by Kamoshi.
No, you're good.
Back into the corner. Definitely gets some out from Ado goes down low. Look at a crossover. Corrigan gets interrupted by
Sorry, Daniel.
Gerslin as it goes back to the right. Reardon. If you're wondering who's apologizing, that's our ref, Ryan Reich, who was more focused on getting out of the way of the ball. And now, sorry, pass and overshot it as Martin Witt will take it behind his net. Approaching the halfway mark of the second. Gets tipped, but... And Corrigan is arguing for a hand pass. And a shot and a save. I mean, and I definitely get what he's saying, because the thing that was Goodwin that was trying to glove it down. Yes, Corrigan was arguing for the hand pass, which would have stopped play. Here's Ahmed. Tries to pass it himself as Kamoshi comes out. A little close for comfort, but he does get it off. Goodwin. Pestered by Reardon. Sends it around the boards. Tim Corrigan picks it up in front of the Lock Monster bench. Now stretch pass. Trying to get around Gerslin. Can't find his way around now. Up to Corrigan, but overshot it. Goodwin back to Ahmed on the right wing. Centers over to Miller Gerslin. Now he'll just dump it in. And a bouncer on Mark Kamoshi steers it into the corner. Brian Hooks gave it away as Walker can't hang on. Now a drop pass to Corrigan. If he can hang on, you're having trouble controlling the ball this period as it goes back to the left corner. Christy Piero. Look for an option. Back to Frost. He had room, but circles. Now tries the shot, goes wide. Back to Walker. Shot gets blocked by Witt into the right corner. And it will be cleared out, but it'll be icing against the Big Hawks. I think this pretty much tells the story. The Log Monsters get that offensive pressure, but they're not really hitting the net. As we look at the shots on goal, the Big Hawks just barely have a lead on that category, 13-12. Big Hawks win the draw. Martin Witt back on the end boards, pressure by Benishevitz. Back down low again, Benishevitz. He's been looking for offense. When he was here years ago, he was one of the best shooters. The shot gets blocked. Malowski turns around, attempt to clear, does get it out, but Kevin Frost will hang on for it. The Lock Monsters, they tag up. Sunit Ahmed gains the line, but poked right back. Now a race for control the other way. Pulowski trying to look for help, backtracks a bit. Now centers and couldn't find anyone, but does get Brian Hooks. Shot! He scores! Stick it in. Brian Hooks with the bomb. It's 3-1. for the Big Hawks, David Lane. Pressure to the outside by Brigante. Pokes it up, now gets help from Banashevitz, but can't handle it. Shaving over to Pulowski, now back to Lane on the top of the struggle. Shot save, looking for a rebound. Reardon back to the left corner. Centers to Pulowski, shot gets blocked. Barbado says up, Shavin blocks it. 3-on-2, centering pass, shot, save by DiGiacomo. Not sure if that was the shot that David Lane wanted, because it certainly wasn't his hardest shot, but in any case, it was a quality chance. And one with authority on the draw, but look out! Here they come!
Martin, backside!
Shot save by Kamoshi. Great chance by Tyler Jackson.
Stay with him, Donald.
And now sorry pass, shot, and another save by Kamoshi. Both shots coming from Tyler Jackson, but they hit the logo.
Oh, shitty, I left him on there.
Won by the Log Monsters, but I don't know what happened with Goodwin, but he does recover. Trying to look for a centering pass off a couple of bodies. Very crowded slot. There's a save down low, and Kamoshi comes out to cover.
How bad Mark on the goal, that was absolutely not his fault. The hockey drive.
Plays back. Ebner centering pass interrupted by Reardon. Noah Gerslin off the right boards. Sent around by Brian Hooks. Pulowski. Again comes BJ Goodwin. Pulowski recovers, gets it up to Reardon. David Lane on a 3-on-3 if he can get around. Gerslin can't, and it'll be icing against the Lockbusters. It's won by the Big Hawks, still trying to gain control, they do. Pulowski with a shot, was trying to look for a sleeper there, but DiGiacomo makes the stick save. And now the other way, another save by Kamoshi, and he is not going to take any chances. He'll stop the clock at 44 seconds. And won by the Big Hawks. Off the left boards, off the safety screen, stays in play, but they will chip it down. Was in front of the red line, so keep playing, and look out as the Big Hawks were nearly on top of it, but the Lock Monsters just swarm all over them as Kevin Frost takes over in the corner. Pressure by David Lane. Sends it around, looking for Brigante, gave it away. Back to the point, and there's a shot. Stick down low, they're appealing for a call, they're not going to get it. It's Sunid. So they shot, but they're called offside, so the whistle was called anyway. So the clock stops at 3.9. Now there is still time to set up a play, but they're going to need to do it quickly. And they're not going to get it as the Big Hawks win the draw, and they will kill the clock. So the Big Hawks add another goal to their tally despite being pressured in their defensive end. They will hang on to a 2-goal lead. So here are some more scores from around the league. Ready for the third period. The Big Hawks just let the offense do the work. The Log Monsters did have a good second period, but it's just one of those things where they just end up on the wrong side of the scoreboard. But maybe a chance for them. Shot and a save by Kamoshi as a turnover had occurred behind the net. And tried to go for Patrick Barbado for the shots. And Reardon will take this and will give it away again. Centering pass from Banashevitz. But it goes back to Gershwin. Shot! Deflected. Back behind the net. Barbado trying to look for a deflection, not available. 2-on-2, make that 3-on-2 for the Big Hawks. Tim Corrigan on the right wing. Thinks about a shot, decides to pass one off of Ahmed. Now goes across and misfires it high. Coming from NATO. Reardon, pressure to the outside and almost had a 2-on-1 break. But Martin Witt salvages the play, goes into the corner for NATO. But Gerslin gets there first, send it around where there was an empty corner. Shot goes wide. And you might have noticed that the Big Hawks are not even on their full roster and they're still doing well in offense. Because there was one name I had not called this entire game, Reed Southern.
Good idea.
As it comes back into the slot, turns it over. And Barbado trying to go to himself. It goes to the corner. Looking for BJ Goodwin, and a shot goes blocked. Second chance save by Closhi. Pops out in the high slot. Kevin Frost moves in. Keeps the offense going, now reverses. Tries to go across for Goodwin, overshot it. As Shaven tried to reverse it around, and Goodwin just about salvaged the play, but couldn't get a quality opportunity. Banashevitz centers the Meister shot. Yankee got on dirty save by Kamoshi. Snares that one off a tip. And a quick shot goes wide off the face-off. Corrigan. A couple of looks and tries to go down deep. DiGiacomo quickly gets it off, but they give it away. As Pulowski sends it and deflects into the corner. Trying to dig around, shot and a save! As DiGiacomo steals one from David Lane. Comes back, Martin Witt will throw it into the corner. Nothing available. Kevin Frost having a hard time with Tim Corrigan and gives it away back to David Lane. Back to the point, hooks with a shot goes wide. In the high circle, Pulowski goes back to Witt. Now throws it across. Turnaround shot, and that goes high, deflected off a stick. I'm trying to see who that was. That might have been Walker. Here's Lockmonster the other way, and it goes into the corner. Nothing there as it goes back behind the net one more time. Centering pass. Jackson with a shot and a save. Back to Frost. Trying to sneak one in. Gets detected by Martin Witt. Corrigan goes right to Pulowski. Deeks around, gives up room. Bang, and he scores! Martin Witt on the one-timer. The Big Hawks are 4-1.
The goal, 14%.
That's all they do on a breakout. Timmy, don't you have the login? Can you just like... But you're saying there's a chance though.
So with that, the Log Monsters call their timeout, and you know the stats only say that they have scored 5 goals this entire season so far, but I think this game is telling a much different story. It has been a frustrating one for them as they get the offensive pressure, but they just are unable to convert. But sometimes the game plays out like that. Now, the last time the Lock Monsters have played the Big Hawks, and this is their second meetup, they did get shut out 3-0. The Big Hawks just sitting comfortably. They do have that 3-0 record for good reason, as nobody can catch up to them today. They hold 6 points, and the Log Monsters have 3.
Yeah, like I thought he was just like,
I was right behind you, Martin ran. I pulled up.
I'm one of those, I was just like...
If we take a look at the current standings of the A Division, Evil Empire won their game, so they're up to 4 points, but still a little distance away. As should this score hold, unless a miracle occurs, the Big Hawks are going to be staying at the top spot for at least another 2 weeks. As that comes down, and Noah Gerstlin sends it around the boards. Back to Reardon. Gains the zone. Tries to center up, and a great tip, but Digiacomo with a big save stays on top of that. Back to the point, Martin Witt goes across, and David Lane had a chance but got tied up with Kevin Frost. 5:51 left.
All you, Martin, it's all you.
And one-timer, and it goes way up into the screen. In the left corner, off the boards, David Lane.
Good talk, Mark, good talk.
Tries a shot, save, rebound, and another save. I did. Oh, that one was just all about positioning, and the second shot went off the shoulder. Comes back along the boards, back to Barbado. He'll just chip one on, and Kamoshi will just take the face off.
Hey, Ford, you guys good?
And while we set up for another draw, the standings in the C division has been all Storm Surge. They've won all 5 of their games with 10 points, and they're going to stay at the top spot for at least another 3 weeks. B division has been much closer. Meantime, shot and a save with a blocker by Kamoshi. As right now the top spot is a battle between Street Force, Tropical Depression, and the Predators. And the shot gets blocked by Brian Hooks behind the net. Meister trying to hang on, goes all the way back. Couple of looks. Shot is blocked. Hooks sends it up. Goodwin pushes it back. And a kick away by Brian Hooks. Over to NATO. Centering pass. Finds David Lane. Going across back to Martin Witt, but interrupted by Meister. Comes all the way down. Kamoshi plays it to the corner. Saban plays around and over to Witt. Witt goes around. Goodwin. Keith Meister. Shot and a save. Loose ball underneath. And you need to have another look at that because Mark Kamoshi just scooped that up in a very unusual fashion. He scooped it up with the scoop of the glove pointing downward. You don't usually do that because you do that wrong, it's in the back of your net. And he already had an own goal earlier today, and he does not want another one. And a third pass and almost has some for Barbado, but just a little out of reach. Back to the right corner, centering pass blocked by Shaven. And it goes back off of NATO, and maybe a chance. 3-on-1 for the Big Hawks. Thinks about it, crosses. One-timer and a save by DiGiacomo. Yeah, Corrigan didn't get a clean shot, but it was on net. And a shot the other way, and it goes wide, and Kamoshi covers. The third period has been a frantic one. The third period is where the offense usually shows up for both teams. The Big Hawks, with the 1 goal in this period, now outscores their opponents 8-0 in the third. Goes back to the corner. Martin Witt, well, they're having a little communication whether to play, and they decide they will. David Lane going across, just avoids stick. Oh, but he couldn't recover. Here's Jackson. Thinks about a shot and a save. And now battle for control. They both go down. There is a penalty coming up. But who is it going to go against?
Blue trip.
They're going to call it against Jackson. The call is going to be tripping.
Yeah, I thought you were trying to pass it back.
The only problem with that pass is he's like
There.
So yeah, it was a battle for the ball, but it looked like Corrigan just had the edge on that, and Jackson took him out with him. So our first power play comes in the third period, and it belongs to the Big Hawks. Now this is another thing for the Lock Monsters. Their special teams have not been great this season, as they are 2 for 3 on the PK this year. Good one across Brian Hooks. Back and over to Kamoshi, who is not wasting any time playing the ball. Pulowski will try to send one and gets blocked. Back. Trying to break through that wall and takes out DiGiacomo with him, but we play on. Back behind the net, Corrigan tries to go off into the slot, but gets blocked. The other way, Ahmed. He's thinking shorthanded. He has to race Brian Hooks, but Hooks with his big stature cuts him off. And Now center pass to Martin Witt.
Plenty of time, plenty of time, plenty of time.
And over to Pulowski, waves off the ice. And really, they don't need this power play goal. They are up by 3 with approaching 2 minutes left in regulation. Pulowski digs around. One goes overhand shot save by DiGiacomo, comes loose and over to the boards. They're going to attack. They don't really have much of a choice. Shot and a save by Kamoshi as someone lost their glove. That was Shaban's glove. As the penalty has expired. And a shot goes off of a body, went off of Martin Witt. Here's Barbato, a shot and a block by Shaban. And Meister goes into the corner. Barbato, empty net situation. They're going to go for it even though they're 3 down. Why not? Here's Gerslin. Shot, he scores! Well, it pays off, but they got 2 to go. It's going to be Gerslin with the goal. It looked like it was a screen setup in front. Just what they needed and couldn't happen any sooner. 1:27 left. It is still possible. We have seen some crazy comebacks this season. In fact, last week, the tropical depression came back from 3-0 to win in overtime 4-3 over the Predators. As it comes back to the point, Barbato, he's going to try a shot, goes wide, rebound attempt gets blocked by Reardon and a big one. Back in the corner to Barbato, shot and driven wide, attempted clear, goes over to Corrigan. He'll backhand it out, but it's going to be icing. 47 seconds left. Well, if there's anything that offensive pressure, they really needed it here, and they need it now more than ever. Still need to get 2 more goals. Big Hawks win the draw, and they're going to go back and forth into the corner. Martin Witt takes it back behind his own net. That's exactly what they want, and they're going to go for the empty net, but they miss wide with 37 seconds left and icing. Goes back into the corner, Martin Witt for the Big Hawks, as that just kills more time. Something that's now an enemy of the Lock Monsters. Wide angle shot, save, rebound, can't get it. 20 seconds left. Gerslin in the corner, getting pestered. Now goes behind the net. But try to center pass and almost has stuff from Meister. Second chance gets blocked. They battled for it. 5 seconds left, and the Big Hawks are gonna add another win to their season. And they take it in before the buzzer sounded, but it doesn't matter. The Big Hawks will win this game. And I believe the final is going to become 5-2, as that ball did go in before the buzzer sounded. So, I think this is a game where the score doesn't tell the whole story. I like how the Log Monsters have played, but it just wasn't to be, as the Big Hawks just continue their undefeated season. We'll be back to wrap this up.
It's baseball season, you know. It's in England.
Big Hawks just continue to be a dominant force with their offense. And despite the fact that the Lock Monsters have offensive pressure for much of this game, it just wasn't to be. And I say this, that I think it was just bad luck on their part. One of their goals was off of bounds and into the net. They did have a chance to come back in this game, but just wasn't to be. I like how their offense is playing, but it's just not producing enough. And I think it was because that they were facing a tough team this time around. But I think that if they develop it as we go along during the season, I think the Block Monsters can become a contender for the Carolina Cup. So with that out of the way, that is it for this game. We'll have more for you next week. So until then, stay Wilson. We'll see you next time.